Whatnot show.
So we're going to be at 285 open show, but let's do it through the tools.
All right, you're good to kick it. Go here. Yeah. Watch.
Yeah. No. And then you can just
Connecting WebSocket. Yep.
We're gonna need that monitor for this.
This one?
Yes.
Oh yeah. The Google Meet.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. Ready to start? You guys ready to start?
Sure.
All right. Click start show when you're ready. And
Thank you.
break leg game.
Thank you, Annie.
So that's live. Where is
The socials. Let's
Socials.
give me 1 second, T.
No worries.
We'll try and get this sorted
No
out.
worries, I get it. Good morning, everybody on Whatnot. Welcome to Tea with GaryVee, episode 85.
Changed.
Just working on what's the
GaryVee.com/whatnot.
Whatnot? Thank you.
Where did that tab just go? That was
I got it.
Be with you in a second, everyone. Just got some new setup stuff, working on a bunch of stuff. Good morning, TikTok. Great to see you right here.
There we go. Social chats are up here.
Perfect. Let me just pull up. Let's pull up IG and TikTok for me. Give me 1 second.
I got TikTok right here.
Oh,
it's
perfect.
not connecting.
TikTok's the one that is going to be, But all the other socials, you have Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch, X.
Pablo, you ready?
Yeah, Aaron's one back.
Oh, Aaron, hey, how are you? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 85 of the Tea with GaryVee. Jesus, going back. On the team, Court, on the chat right there, can you just hit the new comments? Is that going to happen over and over?
Yes, if you have a mouse right
I
here.
have it here.
Specifically for you.
Amazing for that. Thank you. Got it. Awesome. Good morning, Michelle on LinkedIn, Society and Solitude on YouTube, Ted on LinkedIn, TikTok. I see you all over here. Instagram is not. Instagram is there?
Instagram
Is there? I see it.
Yes,
but I'm not seeing
let's-
comments coming in. So that
let's get him comments up. Let's pull up Instagram in the
Yes.
browser and get him live up.
right because it's not. It won't
Yeah.
show through
Yes, sir.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Understood. No worries. All right. Good morning, everybody on WhatsApp. On Whatnot. Great to see all of you. Who's here for the first time on Whatnot? Of the 200 of you that are here, Tea with GaryVee is here. Aaron, the way Aaron will get questions is if you ask me a question on Whatnot. So if you have a question on Whatnot, ask your question. Use the question mark at the end of it. That will turn your comment yellow instead of white, as you can see over there. Everybody else, great to see all of you. Hope you're having a tremendous summer as we wrap up to summer life, which is interesting in its own right. Jen, thank you so much for being here for the first time. Thank you so much, for taking the photos at MLP. It was a tough weekend for us at the New Jersey Fives. We lost in the championship. That is now 2 years in a row. 2 years of championships, 2 years we've made the finals, 2 years we've won game one of a 3-game series, and 2 years in a row we have lost game 2 and 3. It was a real heartbreaker. I did that whole thing where you just sit there and watch the other team celebrate. I looked around, I was like, where is everyone? I was by myself. I had to take in the pain to make sure we fix it for next year. So Big Dave, thank you so much for you and your fam coming and supporting. It was a lot of fun. All right, we're going to get into questions. Erin's going to be looking for questions. She's going to ask me. And then some of you are going to be able to actually go and be on the show. So if you have a question, you may get a DM. Is this correct? We might have a DM.
We're DMing.
We're going to DM you, and you may be able to pop up and ask your question on video. But all questions for everybody who's on all other socials, Mohammed on LinkedIn, Josh on Facebook, Steve that I just saw comment on LinkedIn, all of you, if you want to be on the show, go to GaryVee.com/whatnot and download Whatnot. I guess without the bar over my face, we should CM those social channels for the URL. Brady, you got that? Are you CMing? Looks like So GaryVee.com/whatnot. Am I super red on the,
It's just these monitors. How
Just the
the
mon-
colors look.
got it. So cool, awesome. Aaron, I'm ready to go.
All right. Taya asks, I'm 36 and I'm starting over by going back to school. But in the past, I've struggled to complete what I start and I tend to lose interest easily. Do you have any advice for people like me?
This is an interesting question. Like, to be honest, there's only two answers to this. One is really good. One's what I actually think both could be good. So actually, one's very bad. I'll start with that one. What's your name again? Taya, you just might not deal well with adversity. You might not have resilience. You might not have consistency. You might not enjoy the process of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so that might be the issue. Audio is very bad. How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? Yeah, everyone's complaining about audio. 1275, 1275. No, that's not it.
His voice is low.
1275. Okay, audio looks like it's better now. Got it? Awesome. You guys good? Awesome, great. What's your name again? Taya. Let me repeat this. You might have no resilience. You might not be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You may struggle with consistency. You may overvalue other people's opinions. You may have those issues. On the other hand, what you might have is very good self-awareness, and you just know that you thought something was good for you, and then you changed your mind, which I actually think is a tremendous strength. You're going to have to ask that question. By the way, everyone says I'm fully red, so it's not just our monitor. Yeah, everybody, am I red and super tan and weird looking? I think yes. So I'm super red, and that's okay. And I don't like the Patriots or the Miami Heat, or if I was green, I'd be fine. Even blue and orange would have been fine. But please get rid of my red, because I want no endorsement of those teams I hate so much. So that's the answer. Either you're soft and insecure, or you're self-aware and confident. I don't know. But I don't beat myself up when I don't finish tasks, when they're creative and on offense. I do beat myself up when I'm not doing things that are important, right? If I'm not spending enough time with my family, if I'm not going to the gym or eating well, these are very black and white things. I don't view school as a black and white thing. There are too many people that are successful and happy that have not finished school. But that's that. Let's ask another question.
Okay, this question is from John. How do you love someone deeply without letting their negativity consume you?
By limiting the time you have with them. Loving someone does not require you hanging out with them 24/7, right? Like, I've been pretty consistent on this point of view, which is we must learn how to very seriously limit negativity when it is in your life, even if it's your mom or spouse or best friend. And we must cut out negativity, complete cutout. If it's someone who literally has, is an acquaintance, a coworker. And honestly, friends is the toughest one. There we go. That looks like a nice little shift. Everybody, am I back to natural color? Looks like it. And so, I think people confuse loving with enabling. I think this is super important. I think one of the biggest issues people have, and by the way, I'm a culprit of this. I think we enable bad behavior, and I think that's something we have to be very, very real, about. It's just real life. I think that we confuse loving with, we also put words like loyalty on a pedestal. Again, being loyal to your toxic mom doesn't mean to sit and enable her toxic behavior. In fact, if you love someone, the actual requirement is to have candor with them and try to help them. Bad behavior, narcissistic, negative behavior. People are saying, is audio low again? I'm seeing a lot of comments on that. Is it like sliding down? Are we good? Audio is low to a lot of people. Now people are saying it's Audio's low for a lot of people. If audio's low for you, you may want to close out and come back in. Could be an issue. I'm seeing enough good. Audio's good, enough good now. I think for people that are bad, you might have gotten caught, and maybe you just close in and come back in. Anyway, again, I think that's the answer to the question. I think, again, we put things like loyalty and love, and we disguise what we're actually doing, which is enabling. And we have to address that. And in life, like I always say, life is fair, and people sometimes struggle with that. But of course, if lightning strikes you and you're dead, one could be like, wow, that didn't seem fair, and I understand that. But I think a lot of people train. I'm fine with background noise. Prefer it. I also think that what we don't understand is a lot of times we are manipulating and enabling the behavior that we get, and we blame others without being accountable to our own actions. There are plenty of people who are in narcissistic marriages who need to be honest with themselves to realize they are the enabler of the narcissistic behavior. And if they don't like it, they can force the candor, they can force the therapy, or they can force the divorcing papers. They can do that shit. And that is awfully hard, and the hardest and the worst and all that. But again, in life, you either act or you complain and blame. And I just think living a life that is grounded in blaming and complaining is a very unhappy life. That's it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, this question is from Maria. What strategy would you recommend for posting on social while keeping a somewhat low profile on my personal social media accounts while still employed in a corporate role?
That's what I do. I don't, they talked about sharing personal. One more time, let me hear it again.
What strategy would you recommend for posting on social while keeping a somewhat low profile on my personal social media accounts while still employed in a corporate role?
Yeah, to do exactly what I'm doing. I don't know, like if you're here and you know who I am, then just address it the way I address it. I literally do not post content that can be controversial or negative. I literally post nothing about my personal life. The end. Again, this is a game of you being in control. The end. You can like literally post anything you want. People post things that really expose that they're actually addicted to the insecurities of the algorithm. People post their children. People post their personal relationships because they get more likes. And they compromise what's in their soul. And they do it for something that is so not real that it's a mistake for most people and ultimately rears its head. And that's that, again, the theme of today's morning so far is you're in control. And until you realize that, you lose. All right, let's keep it going. I want to keep going like this.
All right, Luke asks, I work in finance, which I love, but I love singing and playing music. I'm 25. I'm nervous to even try it because I'm not sure I'm good enough. Pretty much no one makes it. No one listens to my stuff. Please help. I love your advice.
This is a very simple question. Either you decide to live with regret or you don't, right? Also, when you're 25, you have the capacity to do both. Like when you have that 25-year-old energy, you have 12 to 18 hours a day to give to both. You can work. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to quit your job. You just have to balance both. Real quick, H-Town Astro says, everyone's saying audio is good, but it's silent in my office, and audio is much lower than normal. H-Town's always here. H-Town, can you do me a favor? Can you escape out and then come back in? Close out and come back in. Audio dropped when the color was fixed for a lot of people. But H-Town, do that and come back in and let me know. Closing out doesn't work. Auction spot says as well. Right. I exited and came back. Can hear you, but the volume all the way up. Real quick, a poll right now. Whose audio is good and whose audio is not? We apologize for the inconveniences this morning. We're doing a lot of changes on this side.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're up. It sounds.
It's on my screen.
Can't argue with the
Go to
audio.
the left.
Uh-huh. All right, looks like it's good enough. All right, let's go to Rania on video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
1 second, Raina, I'll be right with you. I don't see you on screen. Raina, I apologize. You do very bad at reading. Is she on? She's not on. 1 second, Raina.
Do you hear her?
I hear her, but I don't see her on. She's not on screen, is she?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm fully focused on logistics today.
1 second, please.
Thank you. Have people seen this cover, Rips? This one? Not neither. All right. How are you? One more time with your name, darling. Raina, how are you? Good. What's your question? Well, you need to do both, right? So I would market both. Right? At the end of the day, when you're marketing with purpose. You would like something to happen. It sounds like you need both, right? So for my dad's liquor store, he needs to sell wine and liquor and beer and food, and we market all of those things. He also needs local employees, so we may market locally to get employees. I think that people are obsessed with the word or in our society, and the answer is always in the word and, right? So I think for you, the answer is and. Now, the reason I have an acronym called PAC at VaynerX, Platforms, Algorithms, Culture, is they rear their heads. In your world, if you're recruiting for people, LinkedIn might act differently as a P, as a platform for you for what you're trying to do, versus the way TikTok would work, or Twitter versus YouTube. There's different audiences on different platforms for different reasons. Most people are on many platforms, but that's that, you know? Yes. Stick with me. Do you understand what do you understand what I just did there? Again, you're asking, this is so how everyone thinks. You know what to post. Do you think you should put sales tips? Fuck yes, you should do sales tips. You're like most people aren't asking me what they should do. Most people are asking me, how do I get lots of views for the posts that I do? Right? You know you should be doing it. My question to you is, are you doing the things that you know I talk about? Are you posting 8, 10, 12 times a day or not? The answer is 99% of people are not. Raina, before I let you go, did you understand? It's just that. Do you understand? It's like consistency, it's volume. The algorithms are the great opportunity of people and businesses in the history of communication. They are free. Newspaper ads were not free. PR companies to get you written about in articles were not free. Billboards were not free. Radio ads were not free. Television ads were definitely not fucking free. Direct mail was not free. This is why I was obsessed with email. Email in the 90s and today is free-ish. You obviously have to get people on it. They're fucking free. Like, and now we have phones. It's not like it was in the 90s where you had to like hire a film production company and they came to your liquor store and you made a video and they gave you a fucking VHS and you had to figure out how the fuck to do with what and that. Every fucking human starting at the age of 6 can take their fucking iPad or phone, produce a fucking video and post it on the biggest platforms that have attention in society for free. People are excited about sales, Rania. People are excited about sales. You can't convince people that are not excited about sales to be excited about sales. You need to just find the, I don't know, hundreds of millions of people that are excited about sales. People, this is the problem with everyone. You're not going to convince, Rania, let me promise you something. You do not want someone on your sales team that you have to convince to get excited about sales. Sales is a fucking DNA game. You are either a fucking salesman or you are not. You're not convincing someone to be a fucking salesman. Right? Braden on my team, great hair, tremendous rebounder, like fucking workhorse, like country boy strong and morals, like would trust him with my children, right? Like believe in him the most, can't wait to see him dominate life for 60 years, but that motherfucker is not going on the sales team. Got it? What a lot of people like you make the mistake of is you're trying to hit, you're a saleswoman, and what you're misunderstanding as a saleswoman is the most important part of sales. In sales, and this is not a common thing that is said, which is why it's misunderstood, which is why I'm beating this drum to the ground. In sales, you cannot convince people. They are not good customers. If I convinced someone here who smokes weed that wine drinking is better and they're gonna like it, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 of them will not be great customers. Even I'm great at sales. I can get all 10 to try, but I'm telling you 9 out of 10 of those people are not going to be great customers. They're going to do it because I sold them. You'll get salespeople because you sold them on sales. A lot of times, and you know this, those people are fucking losers. Like they're looking for, and of course people are not losers. I'm trying to say they're a losing sales player. They're searching for the next, Rania looked dynamic. And you know this, salespeople that are trying to sell and convince people to be in sales also suck at selling. They're showing watches and fucking trips. And you non-salesperson, if you become a salesperson like me, you can have a fucking Bugatti too. Do you understand how bad the people that are going to be excited about that are going to come to you? Because I'm a great fucking salesperson and I'm not falling for that dumb shit. Get that word convince out of your fucking vocabulary. Find people that are already fucking salespeople. That's it. Cool. See ya. You're beyond welcome. Aaron, what are you doing here, Sid?
I'm gonna restart.
Parker asks,
Fucking up my show.
Parker asks, what's more important, experience or money? I'm a 24-year-old who asks myself this question quite often. I make great money for my age, but I don't know where to go from here.
Both are good for different situations. Experience is always good. Money is often bad. Money exposes your truth. The amount of people that have made money and lost money, like made lots, lost lots, is a lot because they weren't prepared to know what to do with it. Experience means you know what to do, no matter what it is. Hanging a fucking picture on the wall. If you have experience in it, you will be better. Experience is dramatically more universal, and more consistent than money. Money is a catalyst. The problem is it could be a catalyst for bad. If you are broken inside and you end up inheriting $1 million from your grandma and you're like, yeah, my life is good now, you cannot comprehend how bad the next 24 months are going to look. It is the story as old as time. People consistently misunderstand how to use money. People consistently believe it is the great trick of our society. People are addicted to this concept that it's going to solve their problems. I've literally watched people get way worse especially if they didn't earn their money. You know who's a real fucking loser playing when it comes to money? So I grew up with real fucking scumbuckets and like dirt kids, and like a lot of people were flawed. Do you know that between like fucking 11 and 25 in my life, the amount of kids and people around me that literally spent almost all their time trying to figure out how to fake an injury to collect insurance money? Yo, if you're from the dirt and the gutter like I am, please explain to everybody in the chat how common this conversation was amongst your other loser friends. Watch chat right now. People will tell you. Look at this. You see this? This is real lower middle class life. If you grew up in this lower middle class life, again, I'm going to say it again. People don't believe me because they don't know me like that. Mount Ida College, 90% of the kids that I went to college with were on fucking financial aid and from real fucking ghetto life. 24 hours a day. Oh, what if I stop my car a little short and get hit in the back and then get a neck brace and collect insurance? Oh, look, a puddle. Let me slip. Like, I'm being dead fucking serious. Money is going to solve my shit. Every kid that I watched play that game, and I saw it. Look, every day was a hustle. Look, like people lived that life. Look, I'm an insurance adjuster. I see it all day. This is real shit, I'm telling you. And I've seen people collect on it. And that money is gone within 6 months. Until you fucking get your fundamentals right internally, you have no shot. Go win the lotto. Why do so many lotto winners lose? So I don't even remember the question, but I know something. Experience is a hell of a lot better than money. Chris Lyons. My brother, how are you? I can. Yes, sir. Ooh, I do like that. I love that. I love it. I'm aware. I know the card well. Thank you, brother. Are those 3D printed little things back there? Optimus Prime and all that? It's cool shit. How are you? No, that's fun. Let's do it. Well, why can't you do them all? Well, how much time and energy do you put into work? Don't bullshit me, Chris. How much time and energy every day do you put into work? So it sounds like you're doing both. And you also know this. The meme coin thing worked out, but you could have gotten caught. Correct. Again, back to my question. How much time do you spend on the tire business that has nice cash flow? As you called it, as you called it, the real business. You did hear that, right? Yeah. So let's focus on the subconscious of what your brain even thinks. Let's focus on the thing that you called the real business. Let's break this down. You have a real business that takes you very little time, that has cash flow and is working. You've played highly speculative crypto behaviors. Thank God it worked out. As you know, for hundreds of millions, it did not work out. Yes? What do you think? Well, I would say it sounds like you're giving it very little. It's kind of like relationships. Let me break this down for you. Let me paint you a very different picture. Over here on the left, you have this really reliable, wonderful, solid girl. She requires very little, even in fact, I'm mad at her because she should be asking for more, but she's happy with what she's getting, and you're getting all the dividends of love. In fact, in this story, she's cooking dinner and doing right. And then over here, you've got a fucking stripper, right? And you're addicted to the glitter and the fake tits, and it's all very exciting. And it worked out like this one time you hooked up. But what do you think's gonna happen, brother? Please. I'm wondering if Gary GPT gave you the stripper analogy. I'm gonna go with AI's not there yet. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, look, again, I want to have a logical conversation with you. I'm pumped that meme coin trading worked out for you. I'm also just like, the reason I stay Ethereum and Bitcoin in the crypto world is, I haven't done enough homework on the others. And I just feel comfortable that I understand the rails that Ethereum is building with layer 2 and base and all this stuff. Obviously, now that stable coins have been legalized by the Genius Act, it gives a lot of understanding to why Ethereum's got a chance. Bitcoin, money in the history of our time has always been, does the collective believe it's money, right? Whether it's the dollar or coins or like gold and silver, when cavemen were running around, was gold and silver. It was in the fucking world, but people didn't value it. Consensus of humanity is important. Bitcoin's dangerously close, if not already, at consensus of humanity. Definitely very different place than when I bought it for the first time in 2015-16. Big shout out to Aaron Battalion and South by Southwest Jam Sessions for teaching me these things. I just think that you gambled and it worked out. And I'm concerned to say like gambling is like gambling works once in a while. It's why it's gambling. It consistently does not work. Now, building a personal brand in crypto is a different thing, meaning I've got a personal brand in crypto. My belief is that 1% of NFTs on Ethereum will be the great collectibles of the next generation. And so I'm comfortable building out my VeeFriends world and taking a real stab at trying to build Marvel, Pokemon, Disney. I believe in CryptoPunks. I think they've been proven to be very resilient. You know, they're a couple $100,000 for the cheapest one right now. NFTs have sold hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 2 weeks at a time where 99% of the world thinks that they were a scam. That is a profound data point, which makes me bullish long-term. Bitcoin is being eaten up by all the biggest financial institutions in the world. Literally the CEOs and executives and boards of the biggest financial institutions in the world called it a scam a decade ago, and now are writing substantial tens and hundreds of millions of dollar checks to get it. Those are black and white things that are happening. You know, buying vomit coin for 0.00001 cent, hoping an influencer tweets about it so you can sell it for 0.0004 cents, doesn't feel like a sustainable model. What are you gonna build your personal brand on? That you guessed on the app hype and it worked out? Or, you know, like that you got to be thoughtful about how you build this. I think that's great. How are you going to monetize that? It's a hard game. I mean, I'm for it. If you can build a big enough audience, you can monetize. Here's what I would say. I think the way you're playing it right now is working. I like that you're happy, right? You're happy doing this other thing. I just want to make sure, A, that you're not gambling. B, if you're trying to build a personal brand and then do sponsorship against it, that's a regular business. By the way, no different than your tire business. To your point, it's a lot more fun for you to play with the crypto stuff than the tire stuff. I'm fine with that. I would just tell you that in a world where you're 7 p.m. to 12 in the morning, you obviously are able to do that because you're enjoying the shit out of, you know, community, engaging, Twitter spaces, whatever you're doing to get into the space. It sounds like you just need to double down on both, meaning not more hours, being more effective. You know, it's not about working more hours. It's for example, my team around me, all of them, I think the second they get close to me and really look under the hood, they're like, oh, fuck, this guy works. Right? It's like, oh, he has 39 meetings every day, actually. And like 20 of them are 15 minutes, and I take an hour and a half to do the same thing. Maybe I don't need an hour and a half. So if, you know, the tire business can get 3 times what you're giving it by you being more efficient. And a lot of people that are playing in crypto or any other genre that plays out online, gaming, personal brands, live social shopping, they end up spending all their time consuming the scroll instead of feeding the scroll. Yeah, right? That's the big aha for a lot of people. I was excited to deliver that for you because I think it's going to resonate with you, right? And listen, consuming's good. By the way, I actually consume a lot more than people realize. That's why I know shit. I'm constantly consuming, but I'm consuming with purpose, right? Like I'm in my feed for like 7 minutes and then I'm out. Like I don't derail. I know why I'm there. I'm not there to be fucking entertained. I'm there to know what the fuck the world is into right now, get my latest New York Jets news, and be the fuck out. Yeah, because what you realize is, oh shit, Gary's right. If I just stop listening or watching, you know what the fuck, you're consuming 3 hours a day of something that only took 30 minutes for you to grasp it. You're just using it for more entertainment and leisure than you realize. In that 2.5 hours that you save, 45 minutes can go to working out and getting your body right. And the other fucking hour and 45 minutes can go to your fucking tire company, which, oh, by the way, will allow you the oxygen to continue to enjoy the process of the thing you like. Thank you's good. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Good luck. You're welcome. Aaron?
Jimmy asks, you talk about not taking money from parents, but what if they insist on helping you and almost don't let you do it any other way? So you were stuck in there with them. So the only way
You're not fucking stuck. Jimmy? Jimmy, you're not fucking, what the fuck are you talking about, Jimmy? Jimmy, read that question one more. This is really going to be a good one. Jimmy, get ready.
Jimmy asks, you talk about not taking money from parents, but what if they insist on
Stop.
helping you?
Jimmy, you're a grown-ass man. What are you talking about? Forcing you. What, your mom rolls up on you, punches you in the head, and stuffs dollars in your fucking pants, Jimmy? The fuck are you talking about forcing? What forcing? What fucking forcing? Read it again, Aaron. By the way, real quick before you do, everybody on social, not on Whatnot, go to GaryVee.com/whatnot. The reason you can't hear the guests or see the guests is because they're only on Whatnot, which is the primary platform for Tea with GaryVee. You're on all my other socials right now. This is new VeeFriends cards, by the way. These are out of control. Please go to eBay. I'll tell you more about VeeFriends in a little bit. Go back to Jimmy one more time.
Okay. Jimmy asks, you talk about not taking money from parents, but what if they insist on helping you and you almost don't let them almost don't let you do it any other way, so you're stuck in there with them. So the only way around is to break completely free and cut the bonds. Is it worth it?
Jimmy, I don't believe you. Mike, you like that? I got you, right? I don't know what else to do. I think you're probably laughing because you know my content so well. I'm not sure I've ever even said that. Like this drama that Jimmy's trying to paint us. I'm like, no, Gary, guys, everyone, you don't get it. My parents are stuffing cash so into my body that my only option, I'm really stuck here. Like, I'm in trouble. Like, you don't understand, Gary. Here's what's happening. You just pull these out. You got no, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, Gary, you don't get it. Like, they're just, they're drilling me with free money, just credit card, like, just everywhere. Like, I can't. And the only way to get through this barrage is I have to break free and never talk to my parents again. These awful humans who are drilling cash down my fucking throat. And Gary, you don't get it. I can't stop it. The cash is too much and too aggressive. And there's just no way. Jimmy, you're fucking in control. And by the way, let me throw a curveball to this little comedy skit. There are people who aggressively, as parents, try to push money down their kids' throat for one reason. They would like to parent their kids in perpetuity. They want to control every one of their decisions. And they are manipulating you to be able to control your decisions by being your bank. That is true. Here's the problem. Every spoiled kid that I've met on earth, and I've met many of them in this situation, can just say no. Jimmy, I want you to Google Nancy Reagan. Can somebody pull up a Nancy Reagan video for me on their phone where she says, just say no? This is a profound, simplistic, the Reagans were many things, but let me promise you one thing they were definitely. Some of the greatest marketers of all time. And the simplicity.
I have a very personal message for you. There's a big, wonderful world out there for you.
Jimmy, there's a big, wonderful world out there for you.
It's exciting and stimulating.
It's very stimulating.
Don't cheat yourselves out of this promise.
Yes, do not let your parents cheat you out.
But it needs you to be clear-eyed and clear-minded.
Tell them,
I
Nancy.
recently read one teenager's story. She's now determined to stay clean, but was once strung out on several drugs.
And when she says clean and drugs, she means parents gave her money.
About her recovery was that during the time she was on drugs, everything appeared to her in shades of black and gray. And after her treatment, she was able to see colors again.
Once you stop taking the money, you can see the colors.
Life can be great, but not when you can't see it.
Just say no, Nancy, already. This video's, can I get a Nancy where she just says no?
God gave
I mean, that was very beautiful, but all I really needed was just say no, bro. What is that fucking soliloquy there? Listen to me. Jimmy, you're full of shit. I don't know what to tell you. I have a weird feeling. Here, Jimmy, you're not going to believe this. This is wild. Ryan, I apologize. I know you're in the back of the screen. We'll get you next time because I'm actually 9:45 today. Jimmy, I got a stunner for you. When you say no, even if your parents are the most fucked up on earth and try to weaponize their money on you so that you pick the girl that they want you to marry, take the job that they want you to take, join the country club that they want you to join, even if they're the most fucked up parents on earth with obsession with using money as the manipulating super tool, after their quick disappointment of, oh fuck, we can't control Jimmy, they'll actually respect you. How about that, Jimmy? That's it. So, read that question one more time, Aaron.
You talk about not taking money from parents, but what if they insist on helping you and almost don't let you do it any other way? So you're stuck in there with them. The only way around is to break completely free and cut the bonds. Is it worth it?
You are a fucking asshole, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're an asshole. You're full of shit. And I'm really doing this out of the love and depths that you cannot comprehend. The love and intent that is coming out of my mouth, trying to make you understand. Like, I don't know. Clearly, it actually looks like you don't deal well with good. So I'm trying to give you a little bad. I'd really love to see the truth of this situation. I have a funny feeling if Jimmy's parents are watching, they're fucking cheering right now. I feel like Jimmy's dad just went and got the fucking expensive champagne and they just popped it at 9:46 in the morning. I have a sneaky fucking feeling that Jimmy's parents are fucking pumped with Uncle Gary right now.
Jimmy's mom.
I have a funny fucking feeling that Jimmy's mom and dad are about to sip 2 glasses of champagne and fucking get dirty with each other at 10:15 in the morning because this is the greatest fucking day of their life because fucking entitled, full of shit, fucking Jimmy got some fucking candor this morning. Yes, I'm ready. All right. Tea with GaryVee 85. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
Should we read out?
You can read out.
Thank you.
You ready?